not really a question. Before I begin, I would like to introduce myself. My name is Kobe with a K. I am a 22-year-old activist. I'll actually be 23 Monday. Go Kansas. All right. So a lot of what I'm hearing is about like the school systems, things like that. I actually grew up in the community, grew up in the area. When we mentioned these school closures, right? Plato Learning Academy, 2 minutes away. June 30th was its last day. That was my alma mater, right? So I've been trying to get in contact with them because they have all of the like previous class graduation photos on there. Couldn't even get in contact with them because as soon as the school year ended, they cut the line, couldn't get in contact with them, right? So prior to that, they closed the middle school campus, which is now there's Learn, I believe, which is right there on LeClaire and Washington. So boom. Now, that was this was the elementary school, that was the middle school. Years back, I can't go back to the 150 school closures and things like that because I probably wouldn't understand that you know at the time. But Julia C. Laker, right off of Christiana and 13, closed. Yes, sir. I'm 22 years old. I work at my high school right now that I actually graduated from, which is North Lawndale College Prep High School. Full circle, right? However, the things that I noticed when I was coming up in like middle school, elementary school was that people will always come back and be, oh, my old teacher, oh, my old teacher. I don't have the opportunity to go back to my elementary school, my middle school, any of that. I don't have none of that history. I can't take my kids and be like, hey, look, son, you know, I got 2 kids. I got a 4-year-old boy and a 2-year-old girl. I can't drive them down the street like, look, this is where I went to school at. Why? Because it's gone. Now, that was just a little conversation, right? Because of the topic, right? Now, what I want to urge you guys to do, right? Listening that 83% of the Westside kids are going out of the Westside to get to school, right? 2018, my mom forced me to transfer from a Westside high school, which is NLCP, to go to East Aurora High School, which is out in the suburbs, whatever, right? So because of that, it was due to the violence or whatever, like violence was at an all-time high for Black boys. So she was like, nah, I gotta get my boys out of the city. But one thing that I was able to notice from the outside, right? Outside the West Side from the inside, right? Is the way that things work. So I want to urge everybody in this room, because it sounds like everybody either works with kids, work for kids, or somehow are here for kids, right? So I want to urge you guys, take a look around. Everybody look, let me see it. Everybody take a look around. All right. A lot of the decisions and everything that we've talked about from G2, from Commissioner Stamps, have been about who?
Kids. Young people.
Where they at? Look around, please. Look around. Where are they?
Boy at home. Okay.
So, as a 22-year-old, right, and about to be 23, I don't have the funds to be like, all right, you know, I can go enjoy Black Yacht Weekend, or I can go enjoy my 22-year-old life, right? Why? Because I'm fighting for the engagement of our youth. When I was 16, 14, 15, 16, I'm not sure if you guys remember the massacre that happened in Florida, where it was a lot of high school students got killed. Unfortunately, we had to, again, 14, 15, not able to enjoy my high school career. I had the opportunity to travel 27 states, over 150 cities, just to raise awareness and amplify the voices of people from the West Side of Chicago, right? So with that being said, I'm 14, 15. The high school that it happened was Marjorie Stoneman Douglas, North Face. But this was rich white America, right? One time they experienced something that we go through on a daily basis. And I'm gonna tell y'all again, I wanna urge y'all, my point is I wanna urge y'all to get these kids in these conversations, because it's not just about the school closings or, you know, what the schools have, these things, right? It's about what these kids want. So the reason why they're traveling outside of the parameters is because what we have is not what they want, right? When I transferred from NLCP to East Aurora with no idea possible, not even knowing that this was a thing, right? And because of this thing, I feel like my life has been set up in a different way, right? I transferred from CPS school, went to suburban school, right? And because how heavy the credits were from CPS, I was able to graduate a whole semester early once I transferred. How many of your scholars know about opportunity to graduate early?
Right, right.
I can guarantee you, if they, like, just hear me out, right? Just hear me out. I'm a level 2 nationally certified Kingian's nonviolence trainer. That's something that I do on the side, right? So a lot of my practices come from Dr. King. Who all know how old Dr. King was when he got the title Dr. King, when he got his PhD? Nope. Nope. Okay, I'm just he was 23. Exactly. But because of all those things to prevent us from doing that, right? They pulled it out of our schools. So I ain't gonna keep on running on and running on and running on. But what I do want to leave y'all with, and when y'all leave here today, and what I want to urge for more meetings going forward, and this is my first meeting, I do plan on coming back. But grab a kid, bring them with you.
That's right.
We should see more people that look like me in this room because the decisions are about us.
That's right.
So if we're not a part of that conversation, it'll never be for us.
Respect. Right. That's right.
So just remember that, all right? Thank you.